Welcome to Company Havoc number 2, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to make this video. I don't want to have to make this video, but this video is a necessary evil, especially due to all the bullshit that's happening on TikTok right now. Alright? So, in case you aren't aware, there's a small group of black people, pretendians, who are saying that Native Americans are not the original Native Americans and that the pretendians, the small group of black people from Thai America. You can find them on YouTube too. Unfortunately, you can find them. I'm sorry. Um, they're really fucking it up, and they're erasing Black history and Native history at the same time, which is bad. And I am part Black, and I am part Native, and I have to fight for both of my cultures. But before this gets off of track, this video is about how Native Americans have been depicted as the bad people throughout history. Okay, and that's what this whole video is going to be about. So I'm just waiting for this thing to give me the midnight warning. I don't want this thing to go too long. Tomorrow I'm going to get up and finish chapter 4 of Sundown so I can start chapter 5 and finish the book, hopefully by the end of summer, no later than October. If I'm really lucky, I'll be finished by Native American Heritage Month, but the book probably won't be released for like another 2 years because I need $2,000 to pay the publishing company. Hopefully, if my other book sells, which is American Kona Reach, once that sells, hopefully I'll generate enough money so I can give them the manuscript for this. They have the manuscript for the first book, and all I have to do is look, let's just put them both out. Put them both out. And hopefully they'll all make enough money to sustain me so that I don't have to work that hard anymore. It really just needs to sustain me enough so that I can have a house for the rest of my life. You know, because I'm not going to invest in shit that I don't need. I need my own house. Either in California, Florida, or Hawaii. Hopefully Hawaii. Anyway, that being said, I'm making this video because Hollywood has given Native Americans a really, really horrible rap. You know. And the problem is, since the dawn of television, they've never told the Native American side of how the West was won. They never really told the Native American side. They've made good movies. Wes Studi has, in Graham Greene and Little Bear, guy who plays Bobby Six Killer. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't remember all of the names of the Native stars that I admire so much. But they've made good Native movies. But the problem is, when they do a history movie, and when they had TV shows like Rawhide, shout out to Clint Eastwood, by the way, and Walker, the old TV show where the woman and the native and all that, when they made those, it's about like one time was the Walker thing where they made the Native American the actual good person, where before my time and my birth, and they didn't even really hire that many Native actors on top of that. They usually hired Italian people because their skin tone was enough, you know, which is why a lot of people didn't know how natives actually look. They've always painted Native Americans as the bad people, like the bad people. The Native Americans are going around with bows and arrows, and they're popping off people who do not look like them. I'm trying not to be racist, y'all, so I don't want to just holler out, oh, they're shooting white people with bows and arrows, or they're kidnapping white women and children and doing things. This is kind of a hard video because I'm also part white, so it's really it's a really touch and go video, and I'm trying to stomach through it, so I'm not gonna make this thing longer than 5 to 10 minutes if I can help it. When you read Native American history, or when you read these books in school, they leave off the true things that led to Thanksgiving. They have a lot of you believing that Native Americans started scalping. Native Americans did not start scalping. That was not a Native American thing. They did not scalp anyone until they started getting scalped. So when Native Americans were scalping people, it was revenge, where You could kill a native and take all of this shit off, and you could win a prize of getting paid $5 and sometimes higher. Women and children's skulls and scalps were worth more. I'm trying not to tear up. Alright, you wouldn't see a 50-year-old man cry. This is that video where when you think about what I'm saying, it will really fuck you up. You know? It will really fuck you up to learn that some of my ancestors probably got and may have been scalped. You know? There have been Starlight Tours and other things as time progressed. But prior to that, there have been lots of sexual assaults on Native women, lots of murders on Native women, lots of bad shit happening to Native people in general, but mostly Native women. Native men originally life expectancy taken out just by the fact that they were Native, and there was rumors, I can't confirm it because I can't find the article anymore, of SOS orders shot on sight if natives left the reservation without permission. And a lot of people don't seem to understand how this affects people. Alright? And it's pretty fucking bad, And me talking about it, I don't want to have to make this video, I really don't. But if I don't make this video, who else is gonna make this video? The fucking Pretendians? The Pretendians don't know how bad natives had it. And they don't care. They just want land back, because that's all they fucking talk about. Oh, we own the land. We're gonna take the land. We got the land. And I'm like, you know what, man? If y'all really fucking knew the shit that natives went through, you wouldn't be so quick to jump on the I'm a native train. Residential schools, the Pretendians make fun of that shit. No, it's pretty fucking bad. Yeah, it's pretty fucking bad. And history lost, lives lost, and it's indescribable. It's heartbreaking. It's hard for me to actually manifest the shit that I really want to say without sounding horrible or making another race of people sound horrible or making another race of people sound horrible. And it doesn't help that this small group of black people, the Pretendians, are doing this shit on TikTok. And some of y'all are on YouTube spewing this bullshit about Thai America, all this other shit. And y'all motherfuckers ain't never seen a bow and arrow a day in your goddamn life. You've never seen a tomahawk. You've never seen a hatchet. But yet you talk about shit. You steal folklore now, and you try to use it. Like, I'm trying not to break down, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not a full-blooded native. I will never be a full-blooded native. And hell, there will be some natives that will accept me, and there will be some natives that will reject me. But when you look back at TV shows and schools, they don't tell you the meat and potatoes. They give you a couple of breadcrumbs here. This is why you have Thanksgiving. But they don't tell you there was a massacre that you're actually fucking celebrating. They don't tell you how Swanto was a slave, and they do tell you how Swanto was supposedly one of the grandfathers of Thanksgiving. They don't tell you about Sacagawea's horrible journey to the other side and what her and Lewis and Clark had to go through to communicate with natives so that they didn't get dead to get to the West Coast. They don't tell you everything that happened to Pocahontas, aka Matoaka. They don't tell you about how the Cheyenne, the Comanche, and the Kiowa, and the Apache, granted they were supposed to be warrior tribes, They don't tell you anything about them. You know about the five civilized tribes, you know about Native American slavery, but you don't learn that shit in school. What you learn in school is, oh, the natives came and helped the Plymouths off the Pilgrims or the Pilgrims off of Plymouth Rock and helped feed them and some other shit. Um, 20% of that might be true. The rest of that is still questionable to this day. They don't tell you that natives came up with lacrosse. They don't tell you that natives came up with sign language. They don't tell you a lot of native folklore. And they don't tell you about medicine men and tobacco. And they don't tell you the uses of these things that natives do. They just tell you that natives were savages and they ran around killing each other and they ran around killing white people. They don't tell you about the slaves that natives have saved. They don't tell you about how First Nations did in Canada. They don't tell you about the South American natives or the Mexicans who were also native before colonization and before borders, where tribes had issues, but tribes weren't going around slaughtering each other and shit. And tell you about the Save the Man, Kill the Indian Act. They don't tell you about the Trail of Tears. They give you snippets of everything, but the snippets are this big, and you don't get to know the truth. You get to know a small portion of the truth, and then I got to deal with this fucking small band of black people that fucked up my reconnecting journey because they don't know how bad natives had it. They just live in a fantasy world. And their fantasy world is saying that Native Americans had griffins and dragons and dinosaurs and they rode all that shit. And we all know that those animals were on the top of the food chain for a reason if they existed at all. I'm going to leave now because I'm about to break. So, you guys, thank you for watching. Go actually talk to natives. Go read actual history books. Go to the library. Learn some shit. And then you be the judge. Thank you for watching.